Many of you have heard of Amphenol before, but you may not be familiar with our involvement in the open project community. This obviously includes Open19, but it also includes Open Compute, Intel's CRPS standard, and Microsoft Project Olympus. One thing I want to talk about today is the advancements we've made since we got involved with Open19. We provide the power cable for the system, and the photo on the left is the pre-production cable that we started supplying last year. And the photo on the right is the production cable that you can see in our booth today. Some of the improvements we've made include cable packaging. The original design had 10 cables per box. Each cable was packaged in a sealed bag, and we also applied bubble wrap to each of the 12 plug ends on that cable for shipping purposes. We've improved that design by reducing the quantity per box to 4, and we also replaced the sealed bag and the bubble wrap with foam trays and dividers. The benefits of these changes were greater cable protection during shipping. We've reduced our factory's packaging time and labor, and most importantly, we've reduced the installer's time and labor, not having to remove all that packaging now. We also improved the visual orientation of the connector. As you may know, the connector needs to be placed in the panel in a particular orientation to maintain the right polarity between the circuits. However, the original design had no visual indicator as to which side would be up. We improved that design by adding a red dot to each connector so that the installer knows which way the connector goes in the panel. And the benefit of that, obviously, is that it speeds the installation time considerably. We also improved the rack fit. The original design had all of the cable legs of equal length, and we also used a woven sheath for cable control. The improved design, we've modified the leg lengths to the specific routing within the rack, and we also added pivoting rigid shells to maintain cable flexibility whilst increasing the protection of the cable during shipping and operation. And also, as you can see in the photo on the upper right-hand corner, it gives a much cleaner look to the rack, and it also improves airflow. We also improved the PC board header. The original design required a retention screw to hold it to the PC board, and it had a very tall, thin profile when mounted on the PC board. We improved that by replacing the screw with a retention pin, press-fit retention pin, and we added outrigger flanges to the connector. And the benefit of that is to reduce the PC board assembly labor and also add stability to the connector on the PC board. In addition to the power cables, we also provide the switch power cable that was discussed earlier. This provides power from the power supply to the switch shelves, and it's ideal for environments with demanding space requirements. This cable utilizes Amphenol's rad socket technology, carries 35 amps at 12 volts per circuit, has obviously low temperature rise and low contact resistance, which is always desirable by our customers, and it utilizes 10-gauge wire in the cable assembly. And I'll give you a few minutes to jot down the part numbers here in your notes. I'm just kidding, but you can take a photograph of the screen if you're interested in the specific part numbers. The bottom line is we are very committed to supporting the open community, and if you have any more